So this is the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup. We have the Chinese national team pair up against a Cambridge pair. And we see really short strokes from the Cambridge pair getting their pair up to speed as quickly as they can. So the Cambridge crew, we see them slightly coming away from their station, might need some sort of correction. They're actually twin sisters, Gemma and Catherine King. They were at Lady Eleanor Hollis School together, now in the coxless pair, and they've had to make their little correction. I don't think the umpire needs to show them the flag, and the Chinese crew will want to keep away from them. They won't really want to get brought into any sort of battle, and they're looking to open up their little bit of clear water and get what they can while they can.
So they're Cambridge lightweights, but I would hate to be in a pair with my sister. I just don't think we'd even get to A to B. I'd kill her. So I mean, it's impressive that they're able to race together.
Well, it's one of these real battles again where they are members of the Cambridge University lightweight squad. They're up against this Chinese crew who are members of the open weight team. So there's a weight advantage as well as, I guess, the level they've got to in their careers so far. As we take a look now, moving along the course towards Forley, and it looks like the crew from China got a pretty decent lead here. They are the Chinese national team. They were 5th in the Worlds in 2018. They finished 4th in Plovdiv at the first World Cup, made the A final in Poznan just a couple of weeks ago. So here they are on the Henley Water, keeping pretty decent control of this pair, and looking like they want to have control of this race, make this a good opening start for them in the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup.
Yeah, again, Chinese national team. These are two strong women, just busting it along. Nice, smooth squeeze, as you say, Greg. Looking very in sync and very in control.
They do look in sync and in control, don't they? That Empaka boat looks quite high out of the water to me. They're not causing it to dip or anything. It looks quite a big boat as they're sitting there on the top of it. It's just moving along smoothly underneath them. Again,
with the two stroke coaches, so they can communicate to each other. They want the rate higher or lower. I actually saw, when I first raced against the Chinese women's 8, I saw every single woman had a stroke coach. They're 2-seat, 3-seat, 4-seat. I mean, all screaming the rate, probably.
Well, that's interesting. You can see the rudder as well on the foot there of the stroke girl, Ju. And she can control the direction, looking straight behind her, keep the boat in the centre of the lane. As I say, she's got that stroke meter there, so she's got that data, that feedback, telling her how many strokes a minute, time, the other information. And the other bit of feedback is to take a look to her left, where she will see the King sisters, the twins, who are not giving this one up, keeping the stroke rate up, keeping the fight going all the way along the Henley course. Cambridge University will have been pleased, as we see them. They had to come through qualifiers, and they qualified both this lightweight pair and an open weight pair to be racing in the Hambleden Pairs. And what do you think of what we're seeing now?
Yeah, I think they're very pleased to qualify. Only 19 years old and qualifying with your twin sister at Henley Royal Regatta. That's something. As you can see, Paul Thompson on the right there, the former head coach of the GB women's team. Now just watching his Chinese pair.
This Chinese pair have made a good start here. We see the blade of in the stroke seat. It's Catherine King, her sister Gemma behind her, up at 37 strokes a minute. So they're keeping it ticking, they're keeping it moving. But it's a tough one, this, up against such a quality pair from the Chinese national team. So yeah, you don't think you'd have fancied rowing with your sister then?
I would have killed her. She's more of a lightweight, and I'm obviously a heavyweight, so I would have obviously been the boss. And yeah, I don't think I could have done that.
I guess to me, what you get is that you can have that real emotional kind of connection, and when it really matters, hopefully that's a good thing. I guess, as you say, sometimes when it's difficult, that emotion can be a bit challenging. The relationships can be highly charged, and as we take a look at this one, of course, thinking about siblings, we've got Gwyn Batten umpiring this one. There we see her rowed with, or sculled with her sister Miriam. winning that all-important silver medal at the Sydney Olympic Games way back in 2000.
What about you, Greg, rowing with your brother? What did you like it?
Well, so I've found these kind of memes and stuff about me if I talk too much about my own rowing performance when I'm in commentary position. So I generally tend to try not to talk about it too much. But since you've mentioned it, I did actually row with my brother. It was a race I don't like to talk about too much. It was way back in '92. We had a decent finish, but it was pretty special for me at the time. But anyway, rowing with your brother, rowing with your sibling, you've got some kind of a special relationship. You get the tough moments, but I think having the difficult conversations about the things that really matter. Sometimes in teams, you know, we're not brave enough to give the feedback, not brave enough to give the challenge when it needs to be given. And sometimes you need to have those conversations to drive the best performances out. Which is, I think, why hopefully the King sisters have been able to qualify this boat and do as well as they have, pursuing their career from Lady Eleanor Hollis through here to being the Cambridge lightweight squad and now racing here at Henley Royal Regatta. But they've come up against good opposition with this Chinese pair who cross the line now in front of our position. So we'll see the crew, the King sisters, Gemma and Catherine, coming down towards the finish line. And here they go across the line. They'll hear the beep, and then we will see confirmation of this win for the Chinese pair, Yu and Ling, in the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup.